Uh, hey, yeah. So where were we? Where were we last time? Okay, I'm gonna just get the door out of the way. We don't need it at the moment. Um, this. So we want to put this back on to see where our points have to be. So I'm going to obviously change these. Uh, um, Fuck me now, I forgot. Ah, forgot where I took them off. Damn it. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, it has to be here. So yeah, okay. Here and here. Okay. Okay. Hey Alex, welcome to the stream. Okay. Why does this not fit? Ah, I know. I know. Because this is supposed to be one start further over. There. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is where we had it before. Now we can observe where exactly we have to put our new version, which of course will tuck in behind this one, and it will tuck, of course, behind uh, the new uh, line that we are gonna create here. Yeah. Um, how do we determine where it has to be? Okay, it's quite higher, a bit higher than this one, and less of an angle. There is an angle, but less of an angle. Yeah. Mm, I need to find a method to this. Mm, okay, so let's start with the rear one, which is the rear one is this one. Okay. Here we had it positioned here. Yeah, one over and one over. We're gonna take this as an example. One over. So it's exactly here. And we need 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to add this here to this so that it's gonna sit here. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Obviously, I don't have anything. Maybe, yeah, something on the table like this, and then like like this ish. Okay, so this is basically This is basically this part here, and this part is sitting on the panel here. So we know where the rear one has to be. Now let's see, how do we determine where the front one has to be? Come on. Fucking let go. Ah, okay. Need it, kind of. Okay, fine. Like this. Okay. Right. How do we now find out this location? Because we don't have anything here. Well, we have to build something here in order to allow us to judge this properly. So we need a 6 stud something. Okay. I mean, it's fiddly work, but you know, someone has to do it. And if I don't do it, well, no one's gonna do it. Come on. So, ish, yeah, ish. I'm gonna butcher this a little bit because we don't need it in the future anyway. Like this. And I'm gonna make it a little more solid. And then another one. I promise it's gonna make sense once it's done. Okay, like this, and like that. Okay, right. So, and this one here is, of course, exactly over the point that we want, like here. It is exactly here. Yeah, or here at this point. And I would say, well, let's measure it. We can measure it now. It is 1 stud higher, I would say. 1 stud higher than this was. Okay, so if we are 1 stud higher, this means that we either have to raise this by 1 stud or lower this. I would say we raise this by 1 stud, so it's closer to this. Keep in mind that there's gonna be a scoop here, so we'll see. Okay, we have the basic stuff done, and this one, yeah, this one's gonna be more complicated because let me take you. All right, so this one in the rear, this one in the rear is kinda, if I'm looking at it properly, I don't know if it's 1 studs or 2 studs. We'll give it a try with a 1 stud raise, and we'll go from there. now we can swap these to, you know, to see. Right. Approximately, of course. Everything here is very approximate. And it's gonna remain approximate. So we need to raise both of these by 1 stud. Good. And I'm going really, you know, kind of low effort here. Like this. I mean, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna determine, we're gonna make proper mounts once we know where everything has to be. Until then, we're just guesstimating and, you know. So this one has to be 1 stud higher as well. Let's see if I can get away with the really cheap option. Yeah, like this. So once we have this figured out, then we can start making the proper mount points and everything. Okay. Right. Now let's see how this is gonna fare in relation to what we had before. So both of these are now 1 stud higher than before. Are they gonna fit? But the question is, how are they gonna fit? Okay. Right. No. 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 So we can okay, these have to be this has to be 1 stud further out, but it's it is not it is not resting on this here. That's for sure. So this one here should be resting on this here. It is to the surprise of no one, it is a half a stud off. Yeah. Yeah. And this one is too high as well. By how much? I don't know. Probably by half a stud as well, or not. Let's, you know, we'll go a little bit back and forth here. So we're gonna install this back, I guess. Man, this is so flimsy. Come on. Okay. I mean, you know. Right. Where did I go wrong? I mean, that's a rhetorical question. Don't answer it. Okay, now this is in the way of a proper assessment. Okay. So we weren't that wrong here. A little, but not that. It is, of course, raised from this one for obvious reasons. So that was kind of okay. Yeah, because it's no problem that this is raised from the belt line because this is already, the scoop. So that's okay. This though, I think. Hold on. So it was raised like this. Man, it's holy shit. Doesn't take, doesn't take much. Doesn't take much to raise it up. It's not half a stat. It's interesting. Okay, let's put that one on and see. Now we know where it has to be. So, so this is rigid enough that it's not that bendy. That we can adjust the front one, of course, the, on behalf of the rear one. So basically, the rear one has to sit like this. So this one has to touch this, and now we can observe that. Yes, indeed, it's half a stat. Okay, so yeah, in the rear at least. In the front, we'll see. I hope it's a full stat, but here in the rear, suddenly we have to find a way to lower this by half a stat because I don't see really an option to have a half a stat impact here. This is difficult to adjust by half a stat. This is simpler. Let's call it like this. It's simpler. Not easy, but simpler. I have an idea. So what if we this one and this, but we would place this like that, like this, and then we would have the ability to pin this no, not like this. Need the half a stat offset from this. Come on, brain, come on. Work with me. Or would this be better? this here. Yeah, this is gonna be better. Much better. More practical. I think. I may be wrong. So okay, this would create the half a stud. Doesn't mean anything yet, obviously. This has to be on the other side. Okay. Ish, yeah. Now we have to find a way to mount it, which does not look possible. Okay, not like this. Not like this, because it would have to be, you know, one step further there, but it cannot. It cannot. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now we can have it where we want it. Okay. There. 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 Hurrah! It is half a stud offset. So this one, I guess, was correct. We'll see in a bit. Okay. Let's mount it and see. Obviously, we need to, when once we know the position, we are going to engineer this properly. But for now, this is what's gonna happen. Okay. Moment of truth. Truth. Yeah. Truth. Yes. That looks okay. They appear to be parallel. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Bends a little. It bends a little. You can see it a little bit that this is. They're not entirely parallel. I'm not sure if it's half a stud or not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is half a stud. I think. We'll see. Come on. We'll see. So, yeah, we need to do this half a stud as well. And, yeah. Now we know how, so no problem. We'll do it the same way as we did in the rear, or even better, the same way I wanted to do it here. Yeah. Yeah, it's even better here. It's easier. So here we are going to have this here right away. And on the other side, we're gonna have this here. There. That was easy. There. Half a step down. Okay. Let's try again. Yep. Yep. That looks much more like it. Much more like it. And of course we see, come on. Yeah, we see here this edge that we are going to overcome, of course, because we can now use this here sooner here, and it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna just use this because this is bothering me too much. Where is it? Okay, 3 studs. Okay, I have to remember where it has to be. Okay, ish. Okay. Yeah. And then we continue with the slope down somehow. So the slope goes to here, which is good. So we can use smaller pieces. We can use, so the slope ends here, and then we can use smaller pieces down here. Yeah, and obviously this part here doesn't have to be here. So in the end, we're probably going to go straight from here. We're gonna cut across like this. So the bodywork is gonna be um, uh, going narrower towards the end from here. And obviously we're gonna have to adjust this, but you have to keep in mind that this pin here has to stay where it is, so it has to pass just by the pin, which it should. Yeah, it should. And this section, of course, we're gonna use lift arms, probably something like that. Yeah, looking okay, I would say. Yeah, we have ball joints. We have ball joints. This is held in place by ball joints. So now that we have this done, let's see about this here. So this is bothering me to no end. And once we have done this, we're going to convert this here to this, of course. And we are going to see how we can manage the scoop. I am not sure if we are going to use this here. Not sure. Not sure. Maybe something else. I will see. Right. So let's remove this again. There. This time we know how it's done. Okay. Okay. So the rear, of course, we have. I mean, I don't know yet what we're gonna do here. This whole corner is gonna be different. But since this is all straight, yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be rocket science, it's fixable. But this part here, when where it's kind of wonky, we can fix. We must fix. So let us see how this works. Okay. So I would like to mount it as high as possible. Obviously, the main lift arm that goes here. The main lift arm that's here. The top lift arm is gonna stay where it is, but we're going to make the bottom lift arm out of two pieces, no matter what. But at the same time, there's no place for a brick. There is no place for a brick. And at the same time, I want to make this part, of course, this mess here that we have right now. I want to make this easy to build, and interesting to build. Right now it's a pain in the ass. It's just a bunch of connectors, that make no real sense. It's difficult to mount, especially considering that we have here, this connection, and this here. I want like something that just kind of snaps on, with pins, like this. Not the way we have it now. So we're gonna modify the whole mount here. Yeah. So we're gonna modify the whole mount here. How? I don't know exactly yet, but we're going to do it. Yeah. This red beam here that goes in there like that, it's gonna have to go, and we're going to use the holes here on the frame to pin all of this in. Yeah. But first we need to consider how we're gonna do this one. I think this one is gonna be put on after, this thing is done. You just put this on, and it's gonna be fine. It's like an extra security, Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. So let's well, not unmount it, because I am old and I will forget how it's being done. We're gonna do a second version and see. So obviously this is here pinned. This is the beam, the red beam here is this here, uh, is this here. Yeah, this. We're gonna have to replace it with something. That's gonna make sense. First, I want to see how we're gonna do this in the first place. It's gonna be interesting. Come on, focus. 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 Here. Hello. Thank you. So I want to get rid of this here and of the beam, so that there would be nothing here, and we would just basically pin this to the frame. That's my goal. Let me think. Needs to be kind of sturdy. One, two. Okay, first let's see how we can replace this 9-stud beam. What can we substitute it with? So 1, 4, and 5. No. So this and a 4. Yeah. This and a 4. So I would probably want to have 4 like this. No, I would like to have it like this. So here. Or well, I'm basically thinking on how to attach this. How to attach this to something here. Ideally, I would have it like this, so that this part would be as far forward as possible. But problem is then this part here. As long as this is here, I have trouble mounting this. But no, I can mount this to this. Yes, that's how we're gonna do it. Exactly. Yeah. There is going to be a pin with an axle hole through this, and then yeah, okay, that's how we're gonna do it. Okay. Let me remove this here. That was to be expected. So this guy here is going to be entirely replaced by a combination of this here and this here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have a vector for attaching it right there. Come on. Ah, here it is. Or yeah, it would be like here. And then this guy needs to be attached to this via this here. Ish. At the moment, this is what I think. But I might be wrong. Okay. So this is very solid now. The only thing that's wobbling is basically this part here that we just put on, which is acceptable because it's not really going to go, it's going nowhere. But still we need to solve how we attach all of this to the body. So this method here, no go. It is too clumsy. So, no, ideally we could use instead of the long beam, we could use a red beam. I mean this guy here, and then we just have to engineer a way of attaching it to the rest in a sensible manner, which might or might not be possible. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. So basically, we're gonna replace this here with this here, and then of course the beam with this, and we are basically just going to pin them like this and hope for the best. So this is gonna go away. Mm. Hmm. Ah. Mm. This complicates things. Yeah, because suddenly we cannot use the method that we used here if we use this one, because this one, of course, I haven't thought about this. Of course, yes, the bar goes through, but then what? Then what? And this thing here, not sure how useful it is because it's short. Now we could, substitute this, but no, we can't. Yeah, this is useless. It is useless. And this one here is too long. And how are you going to attach an axle here? It has to be pins, otherwise it's gonna be wibbly wobbly, and that's not something we want. So yeah, that is out of the question. Mm. Mm. I'm still thinking, just trying something out. My sense of sarcasm is not existent today, I guess. Okay. Okay. at all. Hmm. Wouldn't it be nice if we had like this shorter one, of course, which I don't have anymore. Or do I do. I do. I do. Okay. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. I mean, if this was the same, would help us a bit. Yeah, would help. Wouldn't be bad. If we had a red three stat red 5 stat lift arm, then we would just pin here and here and would be fine. Uh, Here I'm thinking. Yes and yes. Oh, this is real solid. Oh yeah, this is solid. Nice. What beer do I like drinking? I like many beers. I don't know. Depends on the mood, really. Um, I don't have a favorite beer. It really depends on the mood. Sometimes something dark, something a Weizenbier, sometimes a pale ale, sometimes something fruity. I don't know. There. Or sometimes just a lager will do nicely as well. Mm, there. Mm, okay. So, oh yeah, I did. I like, for example, Stiegl. Stiegl is nice. Uh, Surprisingly, Gösser. I like Gösser beer. Okay. Yeah. This looks pretty damn solid. Yep. Suddenly, okay. I need to touch it inappropriately, the way people will touch it once they build it. But yeah, this is damn solid. You can literally, you can. The goal was here that you can grab the car here and carry it. You know, because before when you grabbed it here, it fell apart. But now this is like real solid. Obviously, you cannot grab it here alone because this will happen. But if you grab it on both sides, like here, it's gonna be fine, and nothing is gonna come off. That's goal achieved. So now we have to cover it with, well, something. Mm, I don't think I have the 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 brackets for the NACA duct. I did not get them, so sadly we are not gonna do the NACA duct. Yeah, I don't have them. I didn't get them. Next time. But just to keep to let you know how it's gonna be. The NACA duct is gonna be a built duct. Obviously, a red tile is gonna come here. Um, for now, just for your imagination, it's gonna be like this, something like this. Oh, Wieselburger! I love Wieselburger. Wieselburger is my go-to lager. Wieselburger is like the most drinkable beer there is. Yeah, I completely forgot about Wieselburger. Yeah, everywhere I can, I order Wieselburger. Maybe if I put the door on. I mean, I a restaurant here in town had Gösse on top, so basically on tap, and it was really nice. Dark Gösse on tap, really nice. You know, this is not a beer you would like. Oh my god, this is so. It's a nice drinkable beer compared to the piss lager that you can get here locally. You know. What the fuck? Why is this? Okay. Yeah. So you can imagine a little bit how it's gonna be. So this part here obviously is gonna be red. This bracket needs to be red. This one needs to be red. This is gonna be a tile. You know, it's gonna be a lot better than it looks now. The tile is gonna be flush with everything here, and it's gonna be fine. And we need, you know, this part here also needs to be a negative version of this guy here, so everything is gonna, you know, transition a lot smoother. Yeah, and you know, this is just sitting here like garbage, not giving the best impression. But yeah, that's how things here are, you know, gonna go. But the door, come on. But the door itself is gonna play a role in what we do forward here, because we do need to consider now other things, like for example this guy here, which cannot be placed because this. Okay, just a second. Let me trim it a little bit. Okay. Okay, so that's the general idea here. It's a lot more solid and substantial than what we have, what we had. So obviously, this part here needs to be positioned properly. I am absolutely not happy with the edge here. Maybe we'll have to keep it, but I would like to, you know, maybe risk this being even steeper, so that we can have a lift arm here, a simple lift arm instead of this. Yeah, we'll see. Probably we're gonna have a lift arm here of sorts. Will be better, and then maybe we can mount the lift arm in a way, you know, that it cannot pivot, because this can pivot now because it's just, you know, a prop, a temporarily attached. And then of course we have to do the black window frame that's so iconic for the Countach. But first, let's think about the scoop. Let me take a look at a picture of it somewhere on the internet, or, you know, of one of our. Yeah, so the scoop is, as far as I can see, it's a lot squarer than this. It has to be a lot squarer. Basically, it's a sloping box. Yeah, it's a sloping box, and we are going to make it a sloping box, I think. So instead of doing what we did here, we will do it differently. Basically, we relied on the shape of this to get down, But I would like to, the way I see it on the internet, I would like to brick build this and then have the entire brick built structure being sloped up a little bit. Yeah, because it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be like a real scoop. It, you know, it, if it's, if the scoop itself is this long, we're gonna have the opening is gonna be like this, and here we're gonna already have a black mesh, whatever, and all of this here can be used to angle it, or we'll see how we angle it. We can maybe use a combination of these angle connectors. Maybe we can do it entirely with number 3 connectors. Where is one number 3 connector? Come on. No, here it is. So maybe we can just attach it entirely on 2 number 3 connectors that would supply the angle. Not sure if they are too steep, maybe. If they are too steep. Maybe. Visually, let me recall this picture. Come on. Yeah. So visually, ish. This is also an approximation, depends on angles and whatever. The scoop is kind of a continuation of this line. It's kind of a continuation of this line, ish. Obviously it's raised a little bit, but it has the same angle here. So it's gonna be obviously a little raised out of the surface that we have here going backwards. And we have to obviously, we have a challenge. So this part here, the black one, is gonna be part of it's gonna be just before the mesh. Let's put it this way. The mesh, this connector here is going to be covered on the outer side, is going to be covered by the mesh, which I'm going to represent with this. So the mesh itself is going to sit here, mounted on a connector. And all of this is going to be, well, structure, I guess. Maybe for the angled connector, for the angled scoop, since it has to, go a little bit inside, we will have to do some magic here, going under it and make it interesting so it's not that straight. But yeah, the mesh is gonna be like here. So we're gonna obviously move things around here. Since this is temporary, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And the mesh here, yeah, this is gonna be perfect basically. Yeah. Mesh is gonna cover, well, most of this and make it look invisible. Yeah. And the window here is gonna be perfectly fine. It's not gonna be yellow, of course. I ordered clear ones, so don't worry. This gap here is gonna be covered by this gap here is gonna be covered by the duct, so it's gonna be completely filled with the duct, and you're not gonna be able to see through. So that's not a problem. This is fine as it is. Not really sure how we could do it better. This here is gonna be, well, probably, I don't know, probably another lift arm here. I don't see something better, and in the rear here, that's the different question. So, and I would think, so the hood, opens up, and it kind of, there's a like angle to it. Let me just look at how the angle is done. Okay, great. Yeah. So the angle here, I think that the angle here on the hood itself and everything, we could and should do with probably with plates and something. So it's gonna be it has to be 3D, of course. So on the real car, this thing here is like straight. So the edges of the engine bay are straight, and the whole angling part uh, is basically happening on the hood. Let me post a picture into Discord. Just a second. So my reference picture that I'm looking at is this here, this one, and for the scoops, I'm looking at this at the moment, and this. So these would be my reference pictures that I'm currently looking at. And yeah, as you can see, so all these lines are perfectly straight. And then yeah, interesting. Yeah, okay. So we have to be careful here. Obviously, we cannot make it exactly like in the real car. There's just no way. But in the rear car, if you look at the picture in Discord, from the rear, we're looking at the car from the top animated picture from the rear. Oh, okay, yeah. The delay. So if you look at the picture, you see, so the door frame. We have the door frame, the line from the door frame, and then we are going down this line here towards here. So come on. Okay. So this is the line that is going from the door frame, and this is the line. Basically, that's the outer edges of the hood. So this part here already isn't. Where this lift arm here is, we already have the hood. I don't know what we're gonna do, how we're gonna reconcile this. Yeah, about Discord, I have not posted the. I think you can. There's a command in chat where the links are posted. I should post links to Discord under the video, but I'm way too lazy, and I don't. I always forget to edit them and add the links. But I think it's what's the handle for the commands? I think the chatbot posted them a little earlier. Where is it? Come on, streambots. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. So obviously we have to modify this thing anyway, because this lift arm here just cannot be here, because we cannot realistically, cover it up with by anything. This thing here, we could get away with basically having a 3-stud connector here, as 3-stud lift arm here, and then doing something here. And basically hiding, we could hide the connection between these two lift arms under the scoop. We could do that. So basically, a 3-stud lift arm here, and then instead of the 5-stud here, and then we have a 5-stud lift arm here, connecting both. On the other side here, on the scoop side, and then we have to think of a way to mount this guy here. Probably the best option would be if we found a way to mount it just at the end here. So we extend this, mount it here with a lift arm. So we don't have it mounted here at all, and mount it here. And this part here, since there will be, I guess, a gap here or something, since we don't know, we are probably going to triangulate it down somehow. So this needs to still provide so this is still a support structure, so making the chassis stiffer, obviously. Yeah, that's what we need to do. But this is not something that we're gonna do today. This is just the plan. I think we have done a lot today. I need to process how I'm gonna do this. So basically the next stream is gonna be on Friday. Or maybe not. No, wait. Shit. No, it's not gonna be on Friday. It cannot be tomorrow. It cannot be on Thursday. Except if we have a stream earlier. No. We're gonna have a stream earlier on Friday. Yeah. So on Friday we are gonna have the stream from 6 to 8, because at on 8 o'clock we are going on a beer night with friends. A friend needs emotional support, so I cannot skip this. Well, I would love to, but it all depends on whether the parts arrive or not. If the parts don't arrive, there's no point in doing gearbox. Then we're gonna do the cover here and the scoop. Yeah, Friday is basically this part here, but complete with scoop and everything. If the gearbox parts arrive, of course we're gonna postpone this and focus on the gearbox first. But Method needs emotional support, so we're gonna have to do this on Friday. So that's the plan. Yeah. So if on Friday we're gonna have a stream at 6, so 2 hours earlier. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the best, because tomorrow and the day after tomorrow I can't, because we have clan wars with our clan in World of Warships. So I have to be there, especially because it's the new season and it's the first days, and have to be there for the clan. But yeah, that's it, I guess. I am low on energy today, so I'm not gonna continue building this. But I think we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. once this is all done, of course, this is not going to be happening on the finished car because, you know, whole bunch of stuff is still going to come here, and, you know, everything here is still open. I'm not going to carry my team, but I'm going to be a cog in the system. You know, I'm going to be a cog in the system. Especially since I'm part of the clan leadership, you know, I have to be there. Kind of would be appropriate. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I see you on Friday at 6.